Being backstage after a Saja Boys concert wasn't exactly calming. It was chaotic in a way that you never really got used to. Staff zipped by, shouting last-minute instructions, bandmates bickered playfully, and the air carried a faint smell, mix of sweat, hairspray, and energy drinks. But you'd grown to like it, especially since you were there for one reason only. Baby Saja. He'd been dating for a while, though most of his fans didn't know. Sometimes it kind of felt like a secret world between you both. One where he wasn't a idol with a sugar-sweet voice and a dark side, but just Saja. Your Saja. Tonight's show was one of the bigger ones. Afterwards, they'd invited you backstage while they cooled off and changed, and prepared for a post-show dinner. You'd been given a spare dressing room to wait, but after some time, spilled water from a clumsy staffer drenched your shirt, you texted Saja. "Got anything I can wear?" ? "That water disaster hit me like a truck," you texted. He replied pretty much instantly. "Bet. Be right there, don't move." You waited, a towel patting at the wet patch in your shirt that stubbornly refused to dry. After a couple minutes, you got impatient and you knew Saja kept a change of clothes in his locker. You figured you could just grab it yourself. You'd been backstage before. You knew the way. Navigating through the maze of hallways, you finally found Saja's boys' dressing room. It was unlocked, and you peeked inside. Empty. Perfect. You stepped in sighing, his bag sat on the small couch, just like you remembered. You unzipped it, digging through until you found a soft, oversized tee, pink with a tiny embroidered devil horn logo. His, obviously. Just as you tugged your damp shirt over your head, the door flew open. "Oh, shit," you heard. You whirled around, shirt bunched up in your hand, just in time to see Saja standing there frozen in the doorway. His bright turquoise hair was slightly damp from stage sweat. Cheeks flushed and breath caught in his throat. You both stood there. You were half dressed and his jaw was on the ground, let's say. You didn't really respond for a second, extremely, utterly caught off guard. But after a couple of seconds, it seemed to catch up to you what was happening. "Saja!" you yelled, hugging the balled-up shirt to your chest. His mouth opened and closed. I just texted you to wait," you scoffed. I didn't. You took too long. "I was getting your drink too," he groaned, holding up a bottle of something neon green as evidence. Your face was burning. "Then knock first, you idiot." "I thought I was just bringing a drink." He covered his eyes, but blatantly peeking through his fingers. "But Jesus." You threw the towel at him. He caught it, laughing. "You are unbelievable," you groaned, finally accepting your fate, and this was, well, happening. Yeah, this was happening. "You're the one who's half naked in my dressing room," he retorted, but his grin was wolfish now. He tried hard not to stare, but failed. His gaze kept dropping to your stomach, then your shoulders, then back to your flustered expression. You grabbed the oversized shirt and pulled it on in record time. The fabric hung loose on you. Falling to your thighs, you glared. "There, now stop gawking." "Too late," he teased, dropping his hand. "It's forever burned into my memory. For life." You crossed your arms, cheeks hot. "This is your fault." "Oh," he gasped dramatically, obviously joking. "It's my fault you're hot," he joked around. You scowled, trying not to laugh. He was insufferably good at making you crack. "I should leave," you threatened weakly. He shook his hand, stepping between you and the door. "Nah, you're stuck here now." "Saja!" you scolded. "Why, Yen," he mimicked playfully. You tried to push past him, but he caught your wrist gently. Hey, okay, I'm sorry. All right. His voice softened, teasing edge melting away. I really didn't think you'd come looking for my stuff. You sighed, shoulders relaxing. Yeah, well, I hate waiting. Same, he said, tugging you slightly closer, especially when you're this close, looking like that. You flushed again, but there was a comfort in his hands, holding you steady and warm. You're a fucking menace, you muttered. He grinned. You like it? He wasn't wrong. You rolled your eyes, but he pulled you until your forehead pressed to his chest, still a little warm from the stage heat. His arms wrapped around you lazily. See? This is better, he murmured, voice dropping low. Now I get to hug you, and you're wearing my shirt. Barely a shirt on me, he mumbled into his chest. Even better, he smirked. You snorted, but the sound came out fond. He smelled like his usual sweet cologne mixed with stage sweat and something faintly earthy, probably a demon thing you couldn't quite name. You tired? He asked quietly. A little. Wanna skip the after party? They can just disappear. He popped his lips. He smiled. You sure you don't want to abandon your fans, do you? He rolled his eyes. They'll live. I got priorities. You looked up at him. Oh yeah? And what are those? You, he said simply. His gaze was steady. When he said it, no teasing, no grin, just honesty. That was the thing about Saja. Underneath all the bravo and the charm, he was blunt with his feelings, especially when it counted. He exhaled softly. Okay. Let's disappear. He grinned wide and triumphant. Good. I got ramen in my place. He scoffed. Of course you do. Don't knock it, he chuckled. You get cuddles with the noodles. You shook your head, smiling. Fine, but I'm keeping the shirt. Deal. You tried to pull away and grab your other clothes, but he tugged you back, arms snug around your waist. Oh, one more thing, he whispered. What? You said, raising your eyebrow. He kissed your cheek first, soft and warm in the new temple, and your lips, catching you by surprise. It was gentle at first, then deeper and slower, like he was savoring it. And he pulled back, you were breathless. Just said that one more time before we go. You squatted at his chest. You're lucky I like you. He winked. I know. A knock came at the door, followed by someone's voice. Saja, you alive in there? Manager's asking. Saja rolled his eyes. Tell him I'm busy, he called back. You could go knowing he was very much not talking about work. When you finally left the dressing room wearing his oversized shirt, hand in his, you realized something. No matter how chaotic his world seemed to be, he'd always be the person he wanted to escape with. And that was definitely enough.